won't play that either. Play that later. Hot, isn't it? I am so hot. And that's just too tight. Too hot and too tight. I'll do y'all a Sleepy John Estes tune. He, sometimes I tell these little stories about him because all of his tunes are so interesting, you know. They have true life drama stories that go along with them. And he's done about more things than 10 people put together, multiplied all lifelong. Man's lived about 9 lives himself. One time he was in Washington, D.C. at a folk festival, and he was playing up on the stage. And Buddy was out there listening to him. They were all minding their own business. He was minding his own business playing. Kind of quiet like, you know. He had his harmonica partner with him, Hammy. Yank Rachel playing a mandolin. And so they're playing there and had all these people out in the park in front of the Washington Monument. And these policemen were hiding behind the monument all the time this was going on, lurking behind, waiting for an excuse to start some trouble, you know. And then finally somebody gives a signal or something, and these cops start shooting tear gas over everybody. So people started running and hollering and everything, and John was overcome by the tear gas, and he fainted, passed out. And the people carried him down to this tent where there was a doctor. And doctor gave him an aspirin. Just told him to go on home and sleep it off. It made him mad. He wrote this song called "The Blind Man Messed Up in Tear Gas." Now when I got to Washington, you know I was feeling all right. And when I left, I was feeling bad, bad. And it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in a tear gas. When I heard a racket and I went on the outside, I got tear gas all in my eyes. Now that's bad, and it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in a tear gas. Carried me down to the doctor, and the doctor said it was all right. He said I just run that red light. Well, it's bad, and it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in a tear gas. One had me by the feet, and the other had me by the head. And I said, don't worry about the feet, just take care of the head now. And it's bad, Lord, it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in a tear gas. Mr. Nixon making a talk, and I think he said some good advice. He said it's so good to see all the men and women, they all out waking for their own pride. Now that's pain, and it's sad. It's a blind man messed up in a ticket. Bill, there's Bill. Fast Bill. Yeah. So, well, sometimes I break strings. It's unintentional. I don't mean to break them. They just break. Nothing you can do. I think I'll play a nice little Joseph Spence tune. Joseph Spence is a great genius on the guitar. Lives in the Bahamas. Probably the finest primitive musician in the world today. And I met him in Boston. We had a little talk and a little visit at this radio station. He's a bricklayer down there in the Bahamas. Plays guitar for a hobby. Sometimes he comes to the United States and does concerts. Most of the time he'd rather stay home, I think, though. Has a pretty nice life. People bring him chickens and pigs and cookies, and they feed him, and he plays music. Kind of nice. He's taught me this little tune. It's a hymn.